Alright, so let's do a bit of a more back to classic video. Yeah, I'm going to try to mix it in, right? Sometimes I will bring in the stream. I'll stream kind of impromptu, or I'll make a schedule, right? I'll have one where I review about with the stream. Some of them where I just found things interesting. But like, if you guys prefer that I do all my recordings on stream so I can get your questions live, or if you kind of prefer this, you prefer the half and half, I'm happy to do both. Just let me know, guys. Right? So let's watch this bout. I thought it was super interesting, just because like this is a young Heinzer. Looks like yeah, this is what like back in 2010. A very close bout, and he puts on a lot of pressure to Jung. So let's see how Jung handles it, because I think this is something a lot of us French grippers struggle with, and there's a few things we can learn. So let's get the match going. It's obviously French grip. Oh, we don't want that info. French grip on a French grip. French grip on the left versus Max Heinzer. Pistol grip on the right. And like already, you can see Max Heinzer was a lot younger here. He's already just looking more mobile than he has in recent times. I apologize. There's some constructions going around my house. It's my only day off this week where I can actually record this. So this is interesting, and there's a lot of things where I've watched Jung coach a lot at the competitions, and a lot of things just kind of revolve around if your action is good, it will not miss. Like, just don't miss your perfect actions. And I think this kind of falls in here. It's a little risky, right? So he goes in, shows high tip, and then tries to kind of go under, but rams himself on Max Heinzer's tip. Obviously, early in the bout, these kind of risks aren't that bad, right? As Agremia said, it's the beginning of the bout. It's only a few points. We'll be okay. He tries it again. Let's see. I'm curious to see. Jung was so good at... And look how he kind of times it. Bounce back. Forward. Forward. Tries. And it looks like he was kind of going for... Oh my god. Like, just barely misses the thigh. Alright, so far, right? Oh. As I say that, so I was saying, like, Max Heinzer is pushing, but there's a lot of... Get out of my face. Get out of my face. A lot of pushing. But then Heinzer just kind of starts... catches him off guard. Those can be really, really scary. Ooh. So, shows 8. And he just gets him first. So, I think this is what he meant to get on the first hit. So, let's look at Y8. Bounce. Yeah, he's just way ahead on the tip presence, this one. So, adapts himself a little bit. You'll see this bout. Max Heinzer rarely goes behind his line. So let's see. Here's just kind of a passive. Like, he's very passively going back, but it's just a straight up flesh double. So for Max Heinzer, this one, it's a good one. It's just kind of feel out how your opponent's gonna react. For Jung, unfortunately, it's one of those where you're like, oh, I just kind of walk back, got a double. So I don't think there's too much reading involved into this, right? It just kind of backed up a little bit. No, Max Heinzer getting off to put it on the gas pedal right away. Take 8, go. Good double by Jung. So these, when someone's rushing you, especially in Jung's situation here, very important. But the worst case scenario is a double. Otherwise, it's so costly for your bout. So if someone's rushing you, like, at least find a way to make them double out. Why halt? Why did he call halt? So I think I legitimately think this is a mistake by the ref. Let me know in the comments. But right, and then after that, like once you've established that that your opponent might attack you, set up your actions. Here you saw he went for his amazing seating cart. Maybe got a little tilted because the ref called it wrong. But right, I legitimately think this is a mistake by the ref. Right, and when someone's pushing you, if they're willing to back up and give you some room, take it back. And see, this is interesting too. Like, even though there's a lot of waiting, Jung's constantly moving and applying pressure. And look at his tip, like moving around, doing stuff. So there's not just waiting. There's a lot of provoking and watching and attempts, right? Max doesn't get the ground for free completely. Oh, so this is... And eventually, Jung pulls the trigger. He's tired being at the back. And at some point, when you're at the back, right, it depends. Are you more comfortable in being able to react to what they're going to do? There's kind of two, right? There's obviously sometimes you'll have to. But you also kind of got to work on setting up that go button, right? When am I going to go through my opponent's defense? Is he doing 8, 6, what have you? Oh. Alright, you see here, there's nothing, like, pretty much borderline, no steps are being given up for free. Ah, a good double. And you see here, like, Jung's keeping his tip really high, and that's probably to make sure that Max Heinzer's 8 is bigger than it needs to be to find the blade. And just, obviously, getting counterattacks in as fast as possible. So a minute break. So here, all right, if you're Jung, it's tough, right? The coach obviously like maybe sharpen what you've been doing. You know, you're easing up on the pressure, but now you really need to go find those singles. You need to start punishing that. Heinzer, he's probably just going to think about how do I, you know, he's kind of created that vortex. He needs to close it up now. But ain't no way is Max backing up this bout. So it looks like Jung really wants the toe hit. And it's really good. And this is a rare bout where Jung isn't super comfortable toe hitting. Or it doesn't look like it. I'm pretty sure he still gets some. But that's just it goes to show, right? When someone is actively pushing you, going for the foot, especially if they want to flesh, is so risky. So if you're a toe hit fan, really make sure, like, know when it is. Like, someone has to be flat-footed. You got to be able to hit it before they launch themselves. And then if they're always going forward, they're always ready to launch. So it's a lot harder. So here, yeah. So here, Jung decided to hit the go button right away. Heinzer closes very fast. So Jung seems to be annoyed because by that logic here, right? This stop here should have been the same as before, but right? Eh. Ooh. So then, maybe not 100%, but he hits the half go button. Look how deep that feint goes. For those of you who have trouble feinting, like that was so close to hitting, and Jung is still able to get out of it. So that's an insanely beautiful touch. The fact that he's athletic enough to do that, like just... Mwah. And we'll see, like there's something Koreans do really well. It's like they load the front foot and then they're able to roll back on that back foot so well. Right, you just unlock that back knee and slide out. He's really threatening the foot. So, okay, I could see the setup from here. Look, so Max Heinzer bounces out. In. That's when he's vulnerable, right? He's not necessarily... He's clearly flat. In. Flat foot. Out. In. Flat foot. Out. In. Flat foot. See, he's seeing it. Out. In. Flat foot. Oh. So just beautiful. So Max Heinzer, like, after his out, a little back in. Jung is so quick on that. Just barely hits it. Where'd the volume go? So back in the bow, right? Jung picked his moment. He found a little flaw. And he took it. So this one... Oh, okay, so... So let's see. So Max misses the 4 and just a remise. They don't... Do they touch? No, not really. Like, Max Heinzer's doing his best impression. They're gonna go for video. They're probably still gonna give it. Oh, Jung hurt his hand on that. Okay, so let's skip the medical break. So now this is a little bit awkward, right? Because the medical break usually, like, it helps stop momentum. But then in this point, Jung had momentum, so it's a little awkward. So I would say, like, this is not this is not placebo or anything. This is, I think Jung actually kind of got hurt there. Oh, so really good by Max. So the big difference here is that we go to the back compared to a lot of the points, and there's not a lot of really deep feints. It's just like one foot attempt. Maybe Jung's hand is not feeling it, and then at the back, when Jung picks his moment, 4 riposte. Oh, so this is something that I've only really seen Jung do. So hit, pretends to go back, and a lot of people do this, right? They do the pendulum foot or the cheater step, and Jung stays there, right? So we could probably put a spot, right? So I'm gonna put my mouse here. So he goes boom. He knows the foot. He knows the foot is going to come back. He looks. He sees that Max is back. And we're more or less exactly on the same spot. This is insanely good fencing. Like, this is... Just to be able to see that and do that is actually crazy. Just let's all take a second. So this is... So here he also gets warned, right? Jung goes to the back and to the front. I do this quite often. Once in a while, a ref will warn you, right? If you need to reset mental, take your time with your hand, whatever... Some refs will warn you, some refs will not. Take note, right? If the ref warns you, stop doing it, obviously. But yeah, just, my God, that was a good hit. No, it's not. We went to basically here for almost free. Now we're starting. So now he's threatening the foot. And Max Heinzer's kind of showing the 8 to the top. Ooh, that was really good. So Max Heinz knows he's close. He knows his distance. It sounds just like his ticker was just like, do I feel the blade? And I'm going. And just a really good flesh. Caught Jung standing up. He's not even standing up that high, to be honest. Just a really good timing. And a really good finish by Mallory. Just swing, swing. See it? Close. Ooh. So no time to breathe. Jung like points to his arm, feels like he missed. So let's rewatch. Ooh. So now like Max just smells blood. Boom. Sometimes, right? There's And this is where Max lives, right? In the chaos. So he lives and dies by it. So good double by, well, good double for Max. Well, both of them, right? You just see it coming. But look how low, like maybe he expected something. Ooh, how does that work? So 8. Oh, straight through. So maybe Jung feels like he's missing, or Max is going in a little too fast, but like he's catching him off guard. Because the ones before, a lot of them were going all the way to the back. Now he's just catching them. Got some legends of the game in the background. Imre and Bochko. Ooh. Right, so match is really changing when he's going, and he's really catching Jung off guard. Now let's watch Jung. So here, like, what if in Max's perspective, I see this as fine, right? You're up 14-11. You just got a bunch of points rushing. Might as well try one more, try to finish. And then Jung is super ready now. He's not having it. And this is like just back up. Really nice hand hit. Ah, the old shift your grip up when someone's rushing you. And he hits him with the counter 6. Really clean, just boom, boom. French grips can't parry. There we got it, right? He's still choking. Still choking his grip. Still choking. Look at his hand. He's still choking that grip. So now he's just waiting for the direct attack. With a fantastic 8. This is insane. Legs bent. Hits him on the way down. So right. Really good adaptation. Let's see what happens. He's still choking. Oh, so Max. Really weird. Good duck. So really, honestly, like just really good adaptation, especially at the end by Jung. It was fantastic and just really good hits. He finally figured out like Max is just giving me a lot of direct hits, hides the blade. So like, you know, sometimes you got to pick your moments, but also like sometimes you got to be ready. Minimize doubles, like minimize bad doubles, and make sure that a lot of the hits, if you're getting hits on like, it's because you made a mistake. Not like it's something you can fix. So I hope you guys enjoy this, and obviously let me know, do you guys want more bouts with the chat there? Do you want more bouts where I stream it, like what have you? Let me know. And I hope you guys are having a fantastic holiday. Take care.